Hello all. Today we are reading the book of Joshua, chapter 10. Until last chapter, we saw that Israelites could keep winning over other nations by the fighting against them. So throughout this book of Joshua, we are reminded that without God, there is no victory. But with God, there should be victory. No matter how strong the enemies are, no matter how big the enemies are. So, in today's chapter, we can see that the kings around that area, the southern part of Canaan, there were some other nations and kings over there, some other tribes. And they heard the news about the Israelites and Jericho. Hey, did you hear that Israelites defeated Jericho? Israelites defeated Ai. Israelites even crossed over Jordan River because it became dry. They heard it and they were kind of afraid of it. So they tried to gather together, even though they were different nations, even though they were different kings. They thought, by myself, I cannot defeat the Israelites. They are so strong. God is with them. I cannot do it by myself. So they try to gather together as a kind of unity, try to form a alliance. So they wanted to attack Israel altogether. Yes, I was reminded of our ministerial alliance. Jackson County and Brown County, we have ministerial alliance. So with together, we just try to gather our wisdom and energy together, so that we can make our good energy and then wisdom for our mission works together for the community and the church. In the same way, but not the same intention. But anyway, they try to form an alliance to attack the Israelites. But there was one tribe, there was one group among them who were afraid of the Israelites. It was Gibeonites. The Gibeon, they didn't want to fight against the Israelites because they also heard that they are so strong. So they went to the Israelites and wanted to be under Israel's control. Hey, we would like to be part of your nation. We give up our own independent right. We will give up our independence. So, accept us as part of your nation. They asked the Israelites in this way. However, according to the original plan that God has given them, they were not supposed to accept Gibeonites as part of their group, because the Gibeonites were also a part of other kings in Canaan area that Israelites should defeat. But the leaders of Israel didn't ask God first. They just accepted the Gibeonites. And later they realized that they were tricked by the Gibeonites. But anyway, they decided to accept the Gibeonites, so they didn't have any choice after that, because they promised the Gibeonites, we will protect you. Even though they were being tricked by them, once they promised it in the name of God, they should keep the Gibeonites as part of Israel. In that way, Gibeonites became a part of Israel. But actually they were from the Canaan area, and then they were also a part of alliance with other kings and nations. So when the other kings heard that Gibeonites became a part of Israel, they thought, oh, they betrayed us. The Gibeonites betrayed us. We decided together to gather our power and fight against Israel. But they didn't want to fight against Israel. They wanted to just avoid the battle. So the other kings felt like, oh, they were betrayed by Gibeonites, and at the same time they were afraid of Israel as well. Hey, Gibeon, the city Gibeon, that's also a big city. They have good people, they have strong people over there, but they have a strong military, but they wanted to avoid the battle. How strong Israel is. So they were afraid at the same time. So they were kind of in urgent situation. So the other kings, 5 kings in southern Canaan area, they got together and began battle against the Israelites. But as you just read the book of Joshua chapter 10, Israelites, they were strong. They were strong. Not just because they were strong themselves, but because God was with them, nobody could face against the Israelites. Even we can read some interesting part from verse 12. The sun stood still to give Israelites enough time to finish the battle. Yeah, it was like right now this is morning time, so yes, we have the sun shining out there. Maybe until these days 8 o'clock in the evening, but after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night, yes, we should have moon instead of sun. However, at that time in the battle, the sun stood still. Why? Because God wanted to give Israelites enough time to finish the battle, complete their work, to conquer other kings and nations. That's what happened. Yes, we can argue with this story. Is it true or not? Is just a fake story or true? Yes, there are some assumptions and theories that, oh, it was not true, it was just eclipse. Oh, it was not true, it was just there were some dense clouds over there. So there are a lot of assumptions and theories like this. But I think we should focus on God's work, the almightiness of God. Yes, it might be just eclipse, not the direct God's work. However, I believe that if God decides it, He can let the sun stand still even today. Yes, it could be just there were some dense clouds at that time, so this story is kind of made by some authors. However, I still believe God can make the sun stand still even today. So the most important thing in today's chapter and throughout the book of Joshua is that God was with Israel and He did everything He could do to help Israelites to take the promised land. Yes, no matter how strong the enemies were, no matter how many of them were fighting against the Israelites, God was with Israel, and that led the Israelites to get the victory against the other nations and other kings. Yes, I think that's what we need to remember even today. Today's situation is not good. Many people are struggling. Many people are arguing each other. We should open our economy and everything back to normal as soon as possible. But some people know we should be staying, how can I say it, safe and healthy. Yes, we are arguing each other, struggling emotionally, physically in those situations. What can we do in this situation? Yes. What did the Israelites do when they were in dangerous situation? Before the battle against Jericho, before the battle against the other 5 kings in the southern part of Canaan area, they prayed to God. They were looking for and seeking for God's guidance. So I think that's what we need to do. We keep saying we pray each other. We keep saying we need to follow God's will each other. Yes, that's true. So today I would like us to seek for God's will, God's instruction for us and for each individual. So friends, let us ask God's will and seek for God's instruction for all of us and for each individual today. God bless you.